one that is superior, actually, from that line is open competitive procurement, because you only need to give justification why you are not using that. So it must be the one that is superior. And that is required for KAA to state, and they have stated. You can agree with it, you can. We want you to guide them. That is a question. You see, whether you want to guide them. Chair, let us allow the technical evaluation to proceed. Once it is done, once it is done, this process will even come to the cabinet. It will go to the Attorney General. All these legal provisions. In fact, the Attorney General has no capacity to even advise Cabinet Secretary.
I would like to inform the Cabinet Secretary that competitive procurement under the law is superior to a PIP. That is why under section 40, clause 3, paragraph J, you are required to give a justification why you can't use competitive bidding, because that is the default procurement standard. You are supposed to justify why you can't use competitive bidding. So I would like to inform you that competitive bidding is superior and the default position in procurement. So when you want to deviate from that, you must justify. Of all the procurement methods you have given, the law does not require you to say why you can't use direct procurement, why you can't use whatever request for proposal. It requires you to state why you can't use competitive bidding. Because even in Article 227 of the Constitution, clause 1, you have to procure in a competitive manner. So competitive procurement is the most ideal, it is the superior. These others are deviations and they are ring-fenced. You must justify why you are deviating from the standard or the default position. That's why the law requires that justification. So it's a superior method of procurement. That's the information I need to share, Chair. Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, before you convince the Attorney General to sign the concession, you have to prove that you have complied with the law. And so that will be complied with. We are at a stage where we are still processing this transaction. It has not reached the level where now you can hold a contracting authority or anybody for failure to perform what is supposed to be performed still. Okay, let's have you see Senator Fernandi has been raising his hand. Let me just give him 3 minutes. Yes. He has for the last I think 20-30 minutes.
Thank you, Chair, thank you. Waziri, relax. I'll ask Dangatan-like questions. That is very simple. I'll not complicate your life. So relax and sit. Thank you. Chair, through the Chair, Waziri.
Are you using a microphone?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Am I audible enough? Thank you, Chair. Waziri and DG, are you aware that Adani company, and I would request that you write down so that you respond once and for all. Are you aware that Adani group of companies have any affiliates in the country? Number one. Number two, there is a report by a consultancy company of America called Heidenberg Consultancy Company Limited. In the last 2 years, they uncovered tax manipulation and other illegal things that made Adani group of companies lose $100 billion. Are you aware of such? And the recent one of Swiss authorities where allegations were facing Adani company that the account in Switzerland of 310 million had been frozen. Number three, in your Annex B, you are presented on the issue of work visa. That area, Waziri, is grey. What will be the fate of Kenya Airports Authority employees who were just demonstrating the other day over their worry and the fate of their work related? And it is not clear who should Adani come with. because the issue of expatriates, the issue of qualification and what have you. Number 4, there is a tunnel clause of 18% at the end of 30 years concession, a period of 30 years that there is a tunnel clause of 18%. Does it mean after 30 years, Adani will continue owning JKIA, our airport, with a stake of 18% forever until Jesus comes back? Number 5, I have letters here, and I don't know whether DG, you are aware, there are many letters from then PS Irungu Nyakera on developing Konsa Airport. Are there any PIPs on that matter? The 6th, Chair, I have seen most of the correspondents have the former Minister of Roads, Kipchumba Murkomen, there is the former MDK Alex Kitari, and former CS of National Treasury, CS Ndungu. Is it possible to invite them to the committee to share more light, because it looks Waziri Mbadi is shooting in the dark? Is it possible to have them, including what was happening in Dubai, under the guise of other things? So is it possible so that we can get the correct version? Let us have, and I want to advise, yes, Mbadi, we know you just came the other day. Don't carry anybody's cross. If this thing is grey, call it as it is.
Leave it.
Run away from where you come from, and your SG is here. It is good to stand with the truth and the transparency. So if the other people messed in office, don't carry any other. Then the 6th question, I have seen the letter in Annex F, that was addressed to PS